Dzień dobry, witam Was w kolejnej odsłonie stereotypów, czyli drugiej już serii naszych programów o uprzedzeniach, stereotypach, o tym, co jest fajne, co mniej fajne. I'm a rainbow guy.
I had the idea. Same-sex marriage, why would you be against that unless...
Tracks families. It perverts healthy straight guys into being gay and...
Well, the truth is that we are probably pretty rude and insult each other all the time.
Dzisiaj w naszym odcinku kraj szczególny, malutki, ale wyjątkowy, niezwykle postępowy, ma więcej rowerów niż samochodów, uwielbia ryby i ma najstarszą flagę na świecie. Mowa oczywiście o Królestwie Danii. A jak Królestwo Danii, to w Parlamencie Europejskim jeden z najbardziej znanych europarlamentarzystów, Niels Fuglsang. Hello, Niels.
Hello, Robert.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty fine.
How is hello in Danish?
It's hi.
Hi.
So, yeah, it's not too difficult. Lots of Danish words are difficult, but that one
Then
is...
it's English, it's not Danish.
No, well, you know, we invaded England 1,000 years ago when we were Vikings.
And you still remember that?
We are very proud of it. We are the happiest people in the world.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And you look happy, because what I heard, that Danes don't have a sense of humor.
Is that right?
That's a stereotype I read about. Is that right?
Well, I wouldn't say so. Actually, we pride ourselves of being very humoristic, but we say that we have a special kind of Danish humor that nobody else understands.
That's irony. That irony is very special because I tried, in every series, I tried to find a funny movie, and I did not find anything.
No?
You have a look how boring they are.
Get school. I didn't understand anything of him, so I just repeated what he said.
Gud, sker det?
Jeg skal se lille solskin og lille skåner. Skulle jeg have en slagskab for en lille cykelgruppe?
Skal?
Slag for en lille cykelgruppe?
Ah, cykelkugle!
Ja.
Cykelkugle!
Cykelkugle.
I didn't know what the fuck sugar cola was. I just gave him some tape rests.
Why are you happy then? Why are you the happiest nation in the world?
Well, Robert, I think it has to do with the welfare state. You know, we have a welfare state which makes sure that if you lose your money, if you lose your job, you're not going to end up on the street. I mean, somebody takes care of you. And that means that we feel pretty safe, I think. We don't worry so much. You know, I think we feel, you know, we're a small country, Robert, and I think we feel a little bit like a tribe. We all know each other, and we have solidarity with each other.
What is jantelov?
Well, the Jantelov is about that we have a tendency of being jealous at one another. So if you're doing well, Robert, don't brag too much about it, because then I will implement the Jantelov, which is that I say you shouldn't think that you're a hell of a guy. You know, you should be a little bit more down to earth.
Hygge? Yes.
Well, what is that?
That's giving importance to all the little details of everyday life.
We use that word for whenever something is nice or cool or you had a good experience, you would say, this is hygge, this is hyggeligt.
Okay.
So I would say, hopefully, unless we get in a fight, Rob, but I would say after
We'll
this
see.
interview that this has been hyggeligt.
What do you know about Poles, by the way?
I have some Polish friends, actually. I met a Polish girl once. We had a relationship, and I went to Poland to visit her. She lives in Poznan. I know some Poles, and I have a very good impression, Robert, I have to tell you.
Okay. They also heavy drinkers, so that's why you have a good
That's what we
impression
have
of
in
them.
common, you know.
You drink glögg?
We drink glögg.
What's
yes.
that?
So that's wine, which is warm, with raisins and almonds in
That's
it.
what we don't drink in Poland, man.
No, I mean, I'm
We
not
drink
sell-
vodka.
You drink vodka. But
Where does it come from that you have more bicycles than cars? In Poland, we tend to impress to our neighbors with the car, not with a bicycle.
You know, a bicycle is cheaper. And then also we have a policy where we have a lot of tariffs on the car. That's a climate environmental policy. So it's expensive to buy a car in Denmark.
When you were a kid, were you playing with Lego?
I was, and sometimes I still do it as an adult. I mean, I have a girlfriend who has a daughter who is 3 years old, and that is very popular, Lego.
That's a rainbow one, and I love it. It's very nice, and I like that Lego goes not only rainbow, but also green, I've heard. So if anyone around the world was to think about Denmark, what that would be?
Being creative and having Lego and other companies like that is great. But I think the most important thing for me right now is the green policies. I mean, we are going ahead on wind turbines. And when we're doing that, we're just such a small country, so we cannot save the climate ourselves. But we hope to inspire some other countries that can do the same.
This is how you lose popularity among Polish voters.
It is?
Going green with polls.
No. Robert, I know there's a generation of
Yes.
politicians and voters that want this.
I agree with you. Where does it come from? Why you are also being leaders in all of these things?
I mean, we are Protestants, but religion doesn't play a big role in Denmark.
So separation of state and church is the issue, is one of the answers.
That could be one of the answers, yes. But it's also a cultural thing. I mean, people are just not that religious anymore in Denmark. And so I think that has to do, that also influences the liberal spirit in these. Because, you know, same-sex marriage, why would you be against that unless you have a religion where it says that this is very forbidden?
It distracts families. It perverts healthy straight guys into being gay and women into being lesbian. Come on.
Well, come on. I mean, this whole concept of perversion, what's that? I mean, people should just
Don't
do whatever
ask
they
me.
want.
I'm 100% straight. And if there was one book that a Pole should read about Denmark,
The little book of hygge, the concept that you referred to. And that is about how Danes have a good time and create this hygge, this cozy atmosphere.
your language, why don't you have a word please?
Well, the truth is that we are probably pretty rude and insult each other all the time. But Danes are pretty informal. We don't say, oh, please, Mr. Sir, to Mr. Prime Minister. We call people by their first name and we don't use so many formalities.
You're very forward. Can you read that?
Specielle praksisplanlægningsstabiliseringsperiode.
I've learned that this is the longest word in the Danish language.
It means a period of time where a special doctor is planning how to stabilize.
Such long words?
I don't know,
You have difficulty
Robert.
with explaining that.
That is really strange. I didn't come across that.
It means a period of establishing the planning of a specialist doctor's practice.
Yeah.
By the way, do you know any Polish words?
Well, I know Nastrovia, and
Very practical.
that comes the
If
drinking.
you want to be elected, you must say a lot of na zdrowie. But I hope you also eat together. What's
We
the
do.
name of this cake?
This is a giffel, kanelgiffel, cinnamon giffel.
Uh-huh.
And I used to eat those when I was a kid.
Not
actually.
anymore.
Well, you know, entering the European Parliament and becoming old, I also have to watch out a little bit for the weight.
You see how healthy they are. I think we could learn a lot from Danish, not only eating this Danish pastry. Thank you very much, Niels. It was my pleasure. How is, thank you, tak?
Tak.
Tak? Tak.
Tak.
Tusen tak? No?
Tusen tak.
Tusen tak.
Thanks a
Tusen tak.
million.
Thanks a lot, Niels. My guest was a wonderful Danish who likes to ride a bike, I hope, likes Danish pastry, likes Lego, and all of the perverted things we don't have in Poland. Thank you very much. Tusen tak.